Hello, hello, hello. How are you guys doing tonight? Okay, well, we're back in the loud living room, but Alex is laying in bed looking at TikToks and stuff like that. I'm trying to wear a different hat every day. Have you guys even noticed? I wish can you guys do that trick? This was in the Miss Firecracker is it called Miss Firecracker contest or just Miss Firecracker with Holly Hunter? It was one of the movies for Peter's Movie Club, and I absolutely love it. But there's this part where Tim Robbins is trying to, like, he can make his ears move, and he can't do it, and the other guy can do it instead. And so he, like, anyway. How are you guys doing today? I'm sitting, it's so funny because we were talking to this guy in the pool. He was here for his friend's, it was just the two of them. He was here for his friend's 40th birthday from Minnesota, and his friend just got divorced. And so he's like, I had to get him out of town for his 40th birthday, so I brought him here. Anyway, they had gone to the day club before, and he said, it's like so expensive down there. He's like, it's like $500 for a section and stuff. And he's like, and this pool is so much better, because the pool that we were at, which they had a DJ at the pool that we were at, and they were playing like so many great songs. And they're like, so anyway, it's like all the songs they're playing down at the day club are like, all like, oh, I was like looking for my reading glasses. There they are on the end of the couch over there. But they're all like old school songs, which I like a mix of some of that, you know, like when you're like laying in the pool and stuff like that. But he was like, it's totally not worth it. And it's so funny because this pool is like, because we can look down and see it. It's like half as packed as the pool that we were at today. So anyway, we got back from the pool about an hour ago. I think it's like there's the clock over there. It is 5:12 p.m. Vegas time, which means it is 8:12 Indianapolis time. And it was 95 degrees today. It was really, really nice. I think I got a little bit of sun on my cheeks. It's so weird because like we were at the pool for like 3.5 hours, and I was like, I don't feel like I'm really getting that much sun. I don't think, I mean, maybe I am. Maybe I did get some sun today. I don't know. I was in the pool for most of it. I sat on the steps and talked to people and whatever. It was really fun. So anyway, it kind of reminded me of being, me being in like the neighborhood pool. Cause like all the other people like congregate like in the middle of the pool and where it's like real shallow and they sit and stuff like that. And so Alex and I were like sitting on the steps, which is where I sit. I mean, there's steps all over the pool, but there's like this one side where there's like, it's a whole thing of steps. And so we were sitting there because it was like directly in the sun. And so people would come and they would sit down the steps and we would talk to them and stuff like that. But it was really, really fun. Today has been a good day. This has been such a great trip. I was actually just texting Mel, and she was like, are you having a good time? And I was like, I'm having such a great time. Like, it's just been so relaxing and so much fun. And you know, Alex and I, like when we're on vacation, it's just like, you know, this uninterrupted time of just spending together and all this kind of stuff. It's just so nice. And it's just been really, really fun. And I think, you know, if you can find a partner that you can travel well with, keep that partner. Like we always, I just wish we could just travel our whole life, you know, of course bring Boo Radley with us, but we just always have so much fun traveling. We have conversations that we probably wouldn't normally have at home. We just like talk about the most random stuff. We were talking about like Alex's mom, like when we first started dating. I don't know why I thought of this today, but we were at this pool party, and it was for like a friend of ours at his house. And she really wanted to go swimming, but she didn't bring her swimsuit. I love Alex's mom is like, she's so like how my mom would have been, and I love this. And so she was like standing by the edge of the pool, and Alex goes, watch. And I said, this is like literally like, I think it was like the second year we were together. And he goes, watch. He goes, my mom's gonna like, because she was friends with this guy's mom. And this is our friends that live in Miami now. And so she was friends with his mom. And so he was like, watch, my mom's standing by the edge of the pool. She's gonna act like she slips and falls in the pool because she wants to get in the pool, but she didn't bring her suit. And nobody was swimming in the pool. And so all of a sudden, like, it's 5 minutes later, all of a sudden she's like, oh, and she like fell in the pool. And then she was just like swimming in the pool in her clothes. And then all these people got in the pool in their clothes. It was really funny. But anyway, so now in 16 years that we've been together, I think his mom has accidentally fallen in the pool like 4 or 5 times. It's like one of my favorite things about her. And I'll say to her, I'll be like, you so don't accident. She's like, no, I do. And she'll start laughing, and she'll be like, I totally accidentally fall in the pool. Incidentally, she is in New York City right now with one of her good friends. I just found this out today. I was like, have you talked to her mom? He's like, yeah, she's in New York City right now. I was like, what? Your mom travels more than anybody that I know. So she's in New York City right now with like one of her high school friends that actually I think lives in Dallas, and so they met up in Times Square, and they're like going and doing all the New York stuff, and then her friend is coming back to Indianapolis with her. So, but anyway, this has just been such a great trip so far. It's just been so much fun, and I can't believe that I vlogged over an hour last night. Alex totally fell asleep while I was vlogging. He was like relaxing. He was watching, I don't know if it's a new season of it. I thought it was an old show, but the Ugly Betty show or whatever, and not the American one, but the original one. And so he was watching that last night, and he like fell asleep while I was vlogging last night. So anyway, we last night had, everything that we've booked is like really, really late. Like our dinner reservations tonight, 11:30. This is how we travel. We go to things very, very late. And so last night we had, because like when we like booked all this stuff, Alex was like, it's so weird. Like you're either really late, because everybody's already got reservations for stuff by the time that we booked the trip. So Alex has some restaurant he wants to go to tonight that he's like heard all this stuff about. I don't know anything about this restaurant. But anyway, so the reservations we could get, actually his friend, when his friend was out here with her husband a couple weeks ago, she got the reservations for us because you had to like go in person to get the reservations. And so she like texted Alex and she's like, it's 6 or 11:30. And he was like, do you want to do 6 or 11:30? I was like, no, I want to take a nap after the pool. So 11:30. Plus that's kind of the typical time that we eat anyway. I mean, we eat not at home, at like not 11:30, but we eat late, you know? I mean, on vacation, like in Mexico, we always like book all of our dinner reservations for like 9 o'clock at night. So anyway, so last night, after I got done vlogging, Alex, so was he out here last night? I think he was out here last night when I was vlogging in the bathroom in there. Yeah, and then he came in and he was like half asleep and he was like, I'm gonna lay down. I was like, okay, well I have like 4 hours left because we didn't have to, so our show last night was at 11. So we're like 15 minutes from there. So we didn't have to leave here until like 10:30. And so I had like 4.5 hours, and I was like, okay, as long as I can sleep from like 8:30 to 10. So when he slept, I went downstairs and I gambled for a little bit. Won $500. I came upstairs, and so, well, later, we ate later last night, and Alex was like, how much did you win or did you lose? And I was like, I won. And he was like, how much did you leave with? And I said, I was 500 up when I left. And he goes, that doesn't mean anything to me. And I go, I was 500 up from what I brought down there. And he was like, well, how much did you bring down there? And I go, well, I brought like $400 to gamble on the trip. And so like, I was 500 up from that. He's like, so you have $900? And I go, yeah. I said to like, if I want to gamble again on the trip or take it back home and put it in savings, he goes, or give me $100. I go, I can give you $100. If you... He always, whenever I win anything at the casino, he's always like, are you gonna give me money? And so I just always like joke about it, and then like the next day, like he'll get to work and I've like put like a $100 bill like in his bag and stuff. Caroline actually taught me that trick because her husband Mike, like she'll like get out to dinner or something and she'll like open her wallet and Mike's put like a $100 bill in there. She's like, Mike's always so sweet. Cause I'm like, Caroline, you always have so much cash. And she's like, well, Mike always just gives me cash because he doesn't spend credit cards for anything. So he always thinks that like I need some extra cash. But anyway, so yeah, I had a fun time last night. I played this game that, like, we don't have it. There's so many, I mean, everywhere you walk, you would think that I love to gamble so much that I would just, like, be like, but it's not really like that. It's funny, because it's almost kind of oversaturation of the gambling. I was texting Valerie, because when we were walking through Caesars the other night to go see Koei, which, by the way, somebody, it was really sweet. It was a nice comment. Somebody referred to Koei as like Koga or something like that, or Cola. And so I messaged Koei and I said, forever I'm going to continue to refer to you as Cola or whatever. But anyway, so when we were walking through the casino at Caesars, like they have a lot of new machines. I like to play the lightning strikes. If you go to the casino, you know what I'm talking about, because it's like a brand of slot machines. And I like to play the lightning strikes. Well, the casino that I go to in Indiana, they probably have, 1, 2, 3, they probably have like 10 or 15, not 15, they probably have 10 lightning strikes in the whole casino. And so at Caesars, they had like probably 100, and they were like all different kinds that I had never seen before. And so I was texting Valerie, I was like, I was thinking of you. I was like downstairs last night because I was playing a machine that I hadn't played before. It was fun. And So anyway, did that. I only stayed down there for like an hour and a half. I like won the money and I was like, no, be smart, leave. So I came up to the room and then I took a nap. Oh my God, I've been sleeping so well here. It was funny because Valerie was watching my vlog and she texted me and she said, I'm glad you're sleeping really well there. I've been sleeping really well here, like really deep. And it hasn't taken me like a long time to fall asleep. So when I took the nap last night, and then we both got up and took showers and got ready, and then we went and saw Absinthe last night. And so we had seen Alex had seen it twice before, because when he was out here with his girlfriends for her birthday, her 30th birthday, a couple years ago. How old is she now? 33? So 3 years ago, maybe 2 years. I don't know. Anyway, they went and saw Absinthe. We saw Absinthe like 5 or 6 years ago. I think. I don't remember how long ago it was. It was like, I think it was like a year or two after it opened. It's at Caesars. It's in a big tent. It's like a vaudeville show, and they have like acrobats and stuff like that. But the humor is like so crass. It's just like it's very sexual humor, and it's like But anyway, and so they now, like when we went there before, you just like walked right in the tent. Now they have like this whole. It's called the Green Fairy Garden because like one of the hosts of the show is called the Green Fairy. And so when you walk in, it's like this Green Fairy Garden. It kind of looks like a beer garden. It's like fake grass. And they have different areas where you can get drinks and stuff. It was really, oh, you know what? I wanted to bring my phone over to show you guys some pictures. But anyway, it was really, really cool. I was kind of surprised, to be honest with you, because the show is like, I mean, there's a lot of really good looking men in the show, but there's a lot of like topless girls and stuff like that too. And so, there's like a lot of topless women like doing like acrobat stuff. It's like a very sexualized, it's an adult show. I think you have to be like 21 to go into the show. But it's like, the humor is like really, really bad. So it's hosted by these two people, and they're supposed to be like old, like vaudevillian type people, not like old, but like, you know, like from like the 40s and whatever. And they host this show, and it's this guy and then his counterpart, and her name's Wanda. And Wanda wears like these, like, you know, what are those, the Krillian, I don't know, skirts, whatever they're called. And she dresses like real funny and stuff like that. But everything, like whenever they talk about an act, she like sexualizes the hell out of it. If you've ever seen Absinthe, it's hilarious. So we were sitting next to this woman, and like we were at a table, like the second row from the back. And so it's like, it's all like around. It's really small inside. It probably only goes like 10 rows back. It was pretty empty last night. I would say only like 60% of it was full, but we went to the late show, so that might be why. The first show, when it let out, it was like, because we were there when it let out, and it was like, there were so many people there. But we were sitting next to this woman, and she was from Phoenix, and we were talking, and I was like, have you seen the show before? She's like, everybody that was there has seen it like 5 and 6 times. And she's like, they change it every time. Every show is different. And she was like, I have like certain acts that I like. And she's like, the men are so good looking. The men like all wear like underwear in the show, and the women are like topless and stuff like that. They don't start out that way. It's kind of like, they do like, there's a burlesque act in it that is fantastically done. And then there's like there's a guy, and he does a stripper pole thing. But it was so cool seeing, because, you know, you usually see like women, you know, doing a stripper pole, but he does it, and he does these things, like he holds onto the side of it, and he like acts like he's walking in air. But then a lot of it is like very like, you know, the pole action kind of stuff. But he starts, and this is how he starts. So it's a light pole, like in the street. It looks like a city light, like an old school, you know, like street lamp. And he's standing there holding it, and it's Singing in the Rain. He's holding an umbrella, and then he like tosses the umbrella, and he holds onto the pole, and then he like starts swinging really slow, like with his legs like totally out. Like, it's very, very cool. And then they had this like clear, like they later joked about it, and they go, so the story is, it's a condom, but it's like from floor to ceiling, like probably like 50 feet, 60 feet in the air, and it's like this clear plastic thing, and there was this guy in it, and he's like just in underwear, and he's like moving through, it's all acrobatic stuff. And then the very end, they have like these 5 women, and like not the whole show's not like topless and underwear, like they weren't, and like, but they have like these 4 guys that come out and do like this acrobatic routine, and they kind of like, it's all kind of like very burlesque, like they kind of strip like throughout the show, like they'll take off their shirts and they throw it, and then they do like some huge acrobatic thing. So those 4 guys. There was a girl that did like an acrobatic thing. She was unbelievable. Like on I mean, some of it was better than Cirque du Soleil. It's not a Cirque du Soleil show. It's called Spiegel World. They have like 4 shows. We've seen that one. we saw the Western one. I don't remember what. I think it's in the New York maybe. And then we saw Opium, which is in. That's the one where I got called up on stage. I did not like that. I was really worried about that last night. And that's in the Cosmopolitan. And they're all very like adult shows, but they're really, really hilarious. I mean, this woman next to me, she was like, the first time I brought my husband, she's like, my husband's a police officer. She's like, you know, he just like doesn't, like, he's very serious. And she was like, I looked over and he was like trying not to, I mean, I told Alex when we left, I said, I don't think I've laughed that hard in so long. And so she was there with her daughter. It was her daughter's 21st birthday. And so they were here for like 3 days, and she was telling us everything that she was doing. She was so funny. And she like rooted like more, like she was like rooting like when they would do something, she'd be like, yes, yes, yes. And so like she wanted to get called on stage so bad. I was like, please don't. They only called like 4 people on stage, but they had these 2 guys do strip teases to like the women, their wife or girlfriend had to sit in a chair. And the men like they took off their shirts and and they gave them free drinks for it. It was like a funny part of the show. The one guy, he and his wife were so drunk that she could hardly get on. I mean, the stage is only probably like, my nose is driving me crazy. It's probably only like 3 feet high, and she could hardly even get on the stage. She's like crawling on the stage, and the guy's making fun of her the whole time, and his husband's and the husband, or I think yeah. Oh, because he said something about your girlfriend. He said something about you guys got the free tickets, but I don't think your girlfriend needs any more drinks. And she goes, I'm his wife. It was hilarious. But the show is really, really good. And so it was from like 11 to like 12:45, and then after that Alex was like, do you want to walk down to Resort World because this was it's in front of Caesars, and I was like, yeah, sure, let's walk down. And so when we walked over there, because you walk past the Bellagio to get to Caesars, Bellagio is like, I've never seen it this packed before in my entire life. I mean, for the fountains. And in front of the Bellagio now, like in front of the fountains towards the street, they've always had like vendors out there, but now, like, you know those rotating cameras? Alex and I have done them at different things like Ultra and Rev and whatever. They have like 6 of them along there that people are like set up. They have people playing music. It is so packed you can hardly even walk through there. So we started walking down there, and then Alex was like, let's just walk tomorrow or the next night. He's like, I'm starting to get tired. And I go, well, I'm really hungry because I haven't really eaten a whole lot today. And he was like, okay, do you want to, because I said, so our rehearsal dinner was it's between the Venetian and the Palazzo. I don't even know if this place still exists, but anyway, it's the Cheesecake Factory owns it. I can't remember what it's called. Like, I always want to say Cafe du Monde, but that's in New Orleans. It's Cafe du something. And Alex loves our chicken fingers. And oh, it's so funny because he got chicken fingers at the pool, and he said, how did you used to call them? Because when we first started dating, like, I was a vegetarian when we first started dating, and then about 3 or 4 months after that, we were taking a trip to Gatlinburg, Tennessee, and that I was just like done. Now, I don't know if I've told you guys that story. So, Alex was like, he thought we were going to Nashville, Indiana, which is like 2 hours from us. And it was I got in a cabin in Gatlinburg, Tennessee. And he didn't realize that. And Pee-Pee, our Chihuahua, was with us at the time. We didn't have Boo and Tucker. And so when Alex, like, he was like, how long is this? I said, it's like 6 or 7 hours. He was like, oh, you gotta pull over, I'm hungry. So he was like, pull into McDonald's. So we pulled through McDonald's, and I think I just got like fries and like a Diet Coke, or maybe just even a Diet Coke, I don't know. And Alex got like, he got like a 6-piece chicken nugget and like a double cheeseburger. And we weren't gonna get there till like 2 o'clock in the morning, and he was so hungry. And so we like pulled over in a parking space, and he like took Pee-Pee out and was like, you know, having him go potty and stuff like that. And he goes, I think I'm gonna go back. I was so hungry, and his food looked so good. This is like literally, I had been like a vegetarian, I don't even know how long at that point. It wasn't like long, it was like a year or 2 or something like that. Maybe less than that, I don't even know. But he goes, I'm gonna go inside and get another like double cheeseburger. And I was like, okay. I go, get me one too. And he goes, are you sure? And he goes, you're a vegetarian. I go, I'm done. And I had craved chicken fingers so bad, like, that whole time. It's so weird, like, the first time, because whenever I say this, people are like, you need iron. My iron levels are completely fine. But the first time that I was a vegetarian, I craved chicken fingers like nobody's business. This time, I don't crave it, but if I'm in a steakhouse, like, a steak smells so good to me. And like, cheeseburgers, like, on the grill always smell so good to me, too. So anyway, I just was done. And so I got like a double cheeseburger and like chicken nuggets and fries and like, you know, Dr. Pepper or something like that. And then we hit the road. But that trip, like I had been waiting so long to have like real chicken nuggets. And the way that I used to describe them, because Alex, when he got him at the pool yesterday, he was like, how did you used to describe them? I go like this, because I would say like the servers. I would like, are they like flat, like they're microwaved, or are they like this? Like I meant like, you know, like when they're chunky chicken fingers. And that's how, I mean, I wouldn't get them if they weren't like that. Like they looked like they were like, you know, basted and like, you know, batter and stuff like that. So anyway, the ones that he got yesterday, they were like that. Oh my God. The guac that we got yesterday, it was like huge. It was like this huge part. It was so funny because I was almost done eating the guacamole anyway. I got guac and salsa and chips. Today he got chicken fingers and fries. I haven't had anything today. And he got a croissant earlier before we went down to the pool. But when we were sitting, I was almost done with the chips, and he like dipped his chicken finger in it, and then I kind of like looked at him, and he looked at me, and he goes, "Oh, I'm so sorry." I go, "Babe, it's fine. I'm done with them anyway." He goes, "Are you sure?" And I was like, "Yeah, I'm totally done with it." And it's so funny because like he thinks that way now, right? Like, I mean, I won't, like if it's touched me and I knowingly know that, it's not even, to be honest with you, like people are always like, "Oh my God, because you think you're going to break your vegetarianism." It has nothing to do with that. It has to do with the fact that like, I mean, I know the guac doesn't have meat in it. Like it's not made with meat. So just because a chicken finger is like, I mean, I'm not knowing, like for me, it's about intentionally eating meat, right? But it's the cross-contamination. Like, I could get so sick from that. Like, I mean, I've talked to you guys about this before, but like the cross-contamination, I don't think you have any clue. If you're a vegetarian, have you ever been cross-contaminated? Like, heavily cross-contaminated. Because I've eaten things before that have meat byproducts in, and I don't really get that sick. It usually happens within an hour or two, too. And it's like, you're not leaving the room or the house. I mean, I'm vomiting, it's everything else. You know what I mean? It's bad. Until it's completely out of your system. It takes usually about 6 or 7 hours, and it can, the worst time I've ever had it was Melissa, Jason, Alex, and I went to Benihana, and they all ordered chicken fried rice, and because Melissa likes to do the yum yum sauce and like mix it up in there. It's so good. I'd never done that before. So I got veggie fried rice, and I said to the guy, because we were sitting in the bar, and I said to the guy, I said, "Can you please make mine like in a skillet, like not on the grill?" I said, because I'm a vegetarian and I can't get cross-contaminated. And he was like, "Yeah, of course." Well, I kind of like looked over and I thought I saw him seeing it cook all together. I didn't even really think about it, honestly. We got home, like we left, and it was like 20 minutes later, it hit me. I mean, I ate like a full bowl of this, and I think it was like all made on the same grill. And I think it had like steak and chicken and stuff on that grill. And I was so sick. I mean, so sick for like the next 6 or 7 hours. You kind of like, it's so weird because it's happened to me enough now. It doesn't happen very often, but I can tell immediately when it happens. If it's that bad. Like sometimes I feel like I'm getting kind of sick or I'm cross-contaminated. But usually if I'm like cross-contaminated badly, like I can tell like right away. But you can also kind of tell, like this is gonna sound so strange. If you're a vegetarian, you'll know what I'm talking about, or if you're a vegan. Because the cross-contamination is the same, but it's like, you can kind of tell like when it's finally left your body. You feel differently. I don't even know how to explain it. So anyway, so we were walking down there last night. I said, well, let's go to where we had our rehearsal dinner because it's officially the 24th, which is also my cousin Caroline's birthday. I've been texting her all day today. So I said, let's walk down to where we had our rehearsal dinner because then 13 years ago tonight, like he's like, okay, that would be fun. So we started walking down and it was dead on the street. I mean, it was like nobody out like last night. And so we started getting, I said, if we go down there though, we're gonna have to take an Uber back because I don't know that I'm gonna be able to walk all this way. And he was like, okay. And he goes, I said, or we can go back and we can just like eat in the hotel restaurant. He's like, do you wanna do that? I go, they have good food. And he was like, oh, okay. So we went back and I got, what did he get? He got chicken fingers again. He's eating chicken fingers like crazy. We got this dip to split with tortilla chips. And there was like, all the menus down here have vegan options on them. It's fantastic. Like anything, like you can get a Caesar salad vegan option. Like every salad, everything they have has like a vegan option next to it. It's literally like if you look at like the pool menu has like probably 25 things on it. And other than like the sliders, other than that, and like the chicken fingers, everything is like has a vegan option that you can get. It's like every restaurant that we've gone to has been fantastic like that. So it's been kind of fun because I can try some different stuff, but I was really hungry last night. So we got the dip, and then he wanted he was like, what seltzers do you have? And the guy was like, beer or wine, that's it, that's all we have. And he was like, okay, I'll have a Coke. So Alex had a Coke, I had a Diet Coke. I wanted a root beer, but they were out of it. It was so loud in this restaurant, I couldn't believe it, because at that point, it was like 1:30 o'clock, it was like 1:30 in the morning. And so, oh, this is what I was gonna say about Absinthe. There were so many gay people at the show last night. Like, there were so many gay guys, like, and everybody was like really, like, when we were sitting out there, like, Alex got like, I got a Diet Coke and he got like a, what do you call it, like a high noon or whatever, and we were sitting out there and like waiting for, like, they open it and then they say everybody can go in, and we were sitting there and like all these gay guys were coming by and they were like, hey, how are you doing, and whatever. It was like super, super gay friendly show. Like, I don't remember it being like that. I mean, I would say, like, honest to God, if there were 200 people in the show, I would say like 30% of it was like gay guys. I was kind of surprised. So anyway, but it's nice, you know, to feel like you're somewhere where it's like, it's kind of the same feeling of like going to a gay bar. You feel like you're like, you know, kind of like I found home a little bit. I don't really know how to explain it other than that, but other than feeling like you're the odd couple out and you're the, you know, whatever. I mean, I'm sure that's not like a new experience to any marginalized community that you feel that way, you know what I mean? But like, so when you do, it's like, you know, it's interesting because I don't have tons and tons of gay friends today. I don't even know why I'm thinking about this. But I can remember a couple years ago, I said it would be nice to have like one gay guy friend. And I can remember I got a couple comments on my vlog and people are like, well, why does it have to be a gay guy? There's something about just like being with a like-minded person. I mean, not all the time, you know, but like, I mean, I love, like, the majority of my friends are all women, you know, I love my female friends. They have my back and I've learned so much from them and things like that. But I don't know, sometimes it's nice to just be, I mean, there were a lot of gay jokes in this thing. There were a lot of gay jokes. Oh my God, there were these like 4 gay guys that they were probably like, this is the thing about the pool today too, I noticed. The average age of the pool was probably like 40 to 60. It was like, I was like right in the middle of the age group of the pool. But these 4 guys that were sitting in the front row, they were like probably, I would say like late 50s, early 60s. And they were like 2 couples because they were standing like outside and they like said hi to us and whatever. And they were holding hands and stuff like that. And so they were sitting in the front row. Well, they were very conservatively dressed. And so, like the guy, when he came out, the Wonder Woman, she'd already made all these jokes. And so these first 4 guys, I mean, he picked so many people out of the show to just like give him a hard time. And so these 4 gay guys, he goes, he said something like, look at this row of Midwest Republicans right here in the front row. He was like, they are not having any of these jokes. They don't think these jokes are funny. And they were so pissed. They were so pissed. And they like, but he kept on going on and on and on. And but I mean, he was like giving them such a hard time. And he was like, he said something to them about, like, oh, you're white and you're sitting in the front row. Well, you've been white all your life, so you always get to go first. And like, no, they would not laugh at any of these jokes. And like, I mean, it's like he picked on all these people. Like there was a lesbian couple sitting right behind us, and I had Birkenstocks on. It was so funny because they did not. And he and this Wonder girl are going back and forth, and they're like making jokes about lesbian sex, and he's like, I don't really know how that works. And so she's like, well, it kind of works like this, and then you do this, and then you do this, and then you do that. And so, and this lesbian couple were, I mean, they were cracking up like crazy, right? And he's like, yeah, the only thing, and he's like, and then he goes, and then what do you do? And then she goes, and then you braid each other's hair, and you say, I love you so much, and I totally get you. And then you go to an Indigo Girls concert, and you wear your Birkenstocks. And Alex looked at me, he goes, he's gonna call you out. I go, shut up. And then there was like these six gay guys that were like sitting across from us. They were super friendly when we went in there. And he goes, look at this group of 6 gay guys back here. He goes, they are ready to go home. And she goes, and you know how they're gonna get there? And he goes, how? And she goes, they're gonna take the train. And he goes, how does that work? And she goes, well, this guy does this guy, does this guy, does this guy. And then you go back and then you start all over again. And he goes, and how do they do that? And she goes, well, it's this, but it's not like what you think. These guys were cracking up, you know? Like, you kind of have to be a good sport when you go to stuff like that. So, I mean, the show was so hilarious. But anyway, so we came back and we ate dinner, and okay, so Alex had the chicken fingers, huge chicken finger platter with french fries. They had an Impossible Burger. I was so excited, but it had like 4 cheeses on it. So I got this Impossible Burger, I ate like half of it, and then it was like you get a side salad, or you get fries or tater tots. Okay, what do you think I got? Anybody want to guess? Fries, tater tots, or a side salad. Nah, 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 nah. I got tater tots. You know I've been waiting for tater tots, okay? And they were so good. I said to Alex, I go, do you want one of these tater? They were truffle tater tots. And I said, because I was like, something tastes like kind of smoky about this. I like them. And I said, Alex is not somebody to like try new foods. And I said, do you want one of these tater tots? He always does that whenever I offer him anything. I go, okay, well keep your boring fries then. So I had like ketchup, mayonnaise for my burger. I had a side of ranch, and then he had brought for his chicken fingers. Alex dips his chicken fingers in marinara. The camera stopped. Am I at 30 minutes already? So they didn't have any marinara, so he brought him out like this hot, spicy like sauce, and then he brought him, it was like a buffalo sauce, and then he brought him out barbecue sauce, and Alex doesn't like barbecue sauce. Well, back in the day, when I used to, like, I loved to go through Hardee's and get like one of the breakfast sandwiches with like no meat, and then like get the hash browns and stuff, and then I would dip the hash browns in barbecue sauce, and I loved it. And so I was like, oh my god, a tater tots almost like a little, like, they're called hash rounds at Hardee's, which is like a Carl's Jr. And so I said, can I have your barbecue sauce? So Alex was like, take it. Oh my god, it was so good. I love barbecue. I love sauces. I'm the condiment queen, you know that. So anyway, then after that, we like, okay, then after that, like, you know, just went to bed and stuff like that. I haven't been really watching any TV or anything down here. I'm like, I think I'm just gonna like, I'm behind on Big Brother. I haven't watched Wednesday or Thursday. I already know who like got evicted. Thank God, that's all I'll say, okay? I think their time had come. I was like, it's so funny, like when the show started, who I liked and who I didn't like. And when Big Brother started, I was like rooting for somebody. Oh, somebody commented on my vlog and said that I am ruining The Bachelorette for them. I have given one thing away on The Bachelorette, and the show had already been out for 4 days. I know that I'm killing for spoilers and talking about TV shows, but I am trying to be a lot better about that. I know they were joking, because she said I'm keeping up with it too. But I think I filmed that on Wednesday night. It had been out since Monday, okay? It's not my fault you can't keep up with your TV shows. But all I said was out of the 4 who got, there was only one person, I said who got, like the one person that got kicked off and who it was. But I didn't say who won or anything like that. I mean, I know who wins. It's not Monday, it's 2 Mondays from now. I already know who wins. But I was happy, I would be happy with anybody that won. But anyway, maybe I did give something away that happens in I don't remember, but anyway. I'm sorry. If I spoiled it for you, I'm sorry. I'm trying to talk in code for people that like already know and people that don't know, if that makes sense. That's why like with Big Brother, I'm not saying names. But I already know like who got evicted, who's had a household, which is gonna be a good week. And then I already know like who won the veto. I just saw that. I was like looking through Twitter. This is like why I can't get on Twitter. I mean, I had to reshare the Halloween countdown, so I had to get on Twitter for that. But oh my god, I feel like I have to put out, I'm joking when I say this, but I almost kind of feel like I have to like ask politely for people to not send me, I'm joking when I say this, okay, but to not send me squirrel videos and pictures anymore on Instagram. I woke up today and I like literally, I probably had 150 DMs, okay? So if I don't respond to your DM, I'm trying to like, kind of like, you know, respond to every 4th one, and then hopefully I'll get them the next time and things like that. So if I don't respond to your DM, please do not take it personally, especially while I'm on vacation, okay? But I was like, oh, this is gonna be a bunch of people like saying stuff about like the pictures that I posted last night. Like I shared some pictures that Alex posted and whatever. It was literally, I mean, if it was 100, probably 130, 150 DMs that I got last night, I bet your bottom dollar, I bet 50% of them were squirrel pictures and videos, which I live for. But now I have my husband sending them too. Like he sent me this one today of this woman that feeds these squirrels every day. And then they had video like on the door cam, like the blink thing or whatever, of the squirrel leaving a cookie for the woman. I shared it on my Instagram story if you want to see it. It's really cute. But like this rescue animal, and like now people are sending me, this makes me happy. Don't ever stop. I'm joking about it. Send me all the squirrel pictures you want. I love it. It makes me so happy. It makes me happy that, you know, like, I mean, I still get a lot of drama. People send me drama, but there's just not a lot of drama going on right now. I actually had a video that like I was going to come back to the room today and I was going to film this drama video. And I thought, you know what, just enjoy the time. Like, well, you know, take a week off. And I have 2 reviews that I want to do. I'm going to do Vanderpump Gardens. I took a bunch of pictures, and I want to do the candy, the which, by the way, I don't know what your name was, but you'll be mentioned. I hope you're okay with that in the review of Ethel M's chocolates, because somebody else said they work at like the main store, and like they described the kind of, it's like a fancier version of M&M's, which I didn't know. So I am gonna read that comment when I do the review. Of course, I'm gonna obviously mention Koei and stuff like that too, but I think like down here, I'm just, well, first of all, this is what I was telling Mel earlier. I said, I mean, I can't really film videos with like all this loudness in the background. The vlog is one thing, but you know, I know if I did it on my drama video or something, people would be like, it's so distracting. You guys, I just want to say, I don't know how bad it is in the background noise. It seems like it's kind of quieted down a little bit. Well, it's getting close to, I think it closes at 6 or 6:30. But maybe, I think Alex said 8:30 tonight, because it's Saturday. But I just want to say, you guys have been really sweet about me filming in the bathroom and not being able to hear out here. I just want to say I really, really appreciate it. So I think I'm going to save those reviews until we get back and do drama. It's like I can take a week off, you know. I very rarely ever do that. And it's important for me to keep the vlogs going, just because, I don't know, oh, I have to tell you something. So somebody sent me this the other day. They said, you're like one of the longest like running vlogs, like every day, except I don't vlog anymore. But before PP passed away, I never once stopped vlogging. And then when the accident happened, I took, you know, several months off. And then when pancreatitis happened, I took a month off. And after that, I kind of like didn't vlog every day. I would take like a day here and there off, right? But there's like a world record, I think it's Zippy, that like vlogged every day for 10 years. And his video count at that time was like 3,400 or 3,600. It would make sense it would be 3,600, right? Because like, you know, it was something like that, like videos that he had filmed every single day. Do you guys know how many vlogs I have up on my channel? If you've watched every single vlog that I have ever posted on my channel, do you know how many vlogs are on my channel? It's like almost 2,600. I like looked that up because somebody sent it to me like before we left, and they were like, you've have more vlogs than most people like on a daily basis, which is crazy because I don't just vlog, I film on other channels as well. And I was kind of like proud of that. I was like, you know what, like I have kept this going, you know. I mean, for like starting like later, like, because people reach out to me all the time and they're like, you know, like I'm 45, do you think I'm too old to do this? I'm like, I'm 52, you know. I don't really care if people think I'm too old for this. With the drama, one of the reasons why I'm trying kind of new things is, just to be honest with you, I don't think really anybody wants to hear a 65-year-old talk about beauty influencer drama. You know what I mean? And I don't know that I'll care. And so that's why I'm doing the AITA stuff, you know, whatever. Like I plan to be on YouTube as long as it exists, or until I'm 75 or 80. I love this, you know. And Alex will always ask me, he'll be like, are you going to vlog today? Blah, blah, blah. We haven't really decided if we're going to do a couples video. We're just kind of like, other than the vlog, because I said that's the one consistent thing that I want to keep up. He doesn't care. He's like, just go sit out there and film a couple videos if you want to. I could care less. But other than the vlog, which is kind of like I love to do the vacation vlogs and stuff like that, so it's important for me to keep it going. I feel like the rest of this stuff can wait till we get back. And so I'm just like, you know what? I'm just going to take some time off and vlog every day. And other than that, then just enjoy relaxing, and we are having so much fun. Just we have not, I mean, I talk about this, but like, you know, we'll lay in bed at the end of the night and like just like tell stories and laugh, and he'll show me TikToks and we'll talk to Boo Radley and stuff like that. We have been laughing so much on this trip, like just like laying in bed, like just telling each other like the stupidest shit. So for our anniversary, we decided, unless he's done something that I'm not aware of, we've decided that we are, I kind of mentioned this idea to him. I said, because we're not trying to like spend a bunch of money and stuff like that. In fact, we were talking about, you know, we usually go on this New Year's trip every year. We usually go to Mexico, but he has a wedding on the 31st. And so he was like, what do you think about like taking that money that we spent on that trip and saving it towards like going towards the house, like redos? And so we're thinking about that. We're also thinking about maybe, well, I didn't realize this when we were talking to Jesse and Fufu about the dates, that we could possibly come out there and visit them, but I have like 2 things I have to do that week. And so we don't know that that's gonna be possible either. So this could be our last trip for the year, you know, which is like, this is fantastic. So I just want to kind of enjoy it, you know, other than like, I love to vlog. So I want to, it's fun for me to look back on this too. You know, I can turn this on and be like, oh, that was when we were in Vegas for our anniversary, you know? So it's somewhat selfish that I do this as well. But, yeah, I think until we get back, I'm just not going to film anything. And I have to tell you, it's so weird because it's so hard. Because I'm like, well, it just takes 10 minutes to sit down here and film a review, or a half an hour to do a drama video. But when you start adding it up, it's like 2 or 3 hours of uploading, you know, whatever. And I'm like, that's not what I want to spend my time with my husband on my anniversary doing, you know? So, but anyway, so yeah, so we have to leave here. I have to be up from, because I said something about what time do we want to leave here, and he said, I think our dinner reservations are at 11:30. He said 11, and so that means I can get up from a nap at like 20 after 10, so I've got 4.5 hours to just kind of like hang out and stuff. I'm starting to get really hungry. They have these like, they have a shop down in, like, when we walk to the elevators, you see it has these huge bags of snacks. It has like chocolate covered, they have like chocolate, I keep on looking at these, it's Reese's covered, which you guys know I love the Reese's, covered pretzels. And I'm like, if you buy that bag, you're gonna eat the whole bag in the room. And I'm like, don't. But I'm starting to get kind of a little bit hungry. So yeah, it's been a really, really fun trip, but I haven't listened to my audiobook at all. I didn't even bring a book on this trip. I haven't listened to my audiobook at all. I'm like, I have like an hour left of Smile Beach Murder. So I think on the flight back, I'll finish that. And then catch up on my shows. Like, you know, I'll have, how many episodes? I don't even know. 3 or 4 episodes of Big Brother by that point. Wednesday, Thursday. I mean, I'll have, yeah, 3 or 4 episodes by that point. And so catch up on Big Brother. I'm not too upset about that, which is kind of crazy. I'll have to tell you what's weird is I kind of miss watching Sister Wives, as boring as it is. I mean, there's no reason why I couldn't put on an episode, but I just don't think of it down here. I did get some sun on my face though, didn't I? I might hurt a little bit tonight. My nose looks a little red. But it was funny because when I was talking to Koei, I said to him, you know what I didn't even realize? He hasn't watched Sister Wives, but I said, do you know what I didn't even realize until we were flying in? I swear we flew over the houses that they lived in, but like every house out here looks like the houses that they lived in on that cul-de-sac. I swear we flew over them though. I was like looking out the window. I was like, are those the houses, the Sister Wife houses? But anyway, yeah, and I just ironed my shirt for dinner tonight. My jeans are out, got my shoes out. It's like I'm totally ready, so now I just get to relax. So I'm gonna get off here now and I am going to relax. These vlogs have been a little bit longer than I thought they'd be. They've each been like over 30 minutes. I thought they'd be like 15 or 20 minutes here. So I have a feeling he's asleep because he was listening to TikToks and I could hear it when I first came out here. Now I closed the door, but I can't hear it anymore. So would anybody be interested, I do want to ask this, would anybody be interested in a hotel room tour? Because I was thinking about like filming it, but I don't know if anybody would care or not. So like the last time I did it, I think when we were in Miami, I filmed I was just like sitting here, I was like, oh, well, maybe I could do that one day. So anyway, if you guys are interested in it, let me know and I'll do a hotel room tour. But if you're not, then I totally get it. Anyway, okay, so is that it? The room is kind of prettier at night, in all honesty, because of all the lights from Vegas and stuff like that. We do not have a fantastic view, though, I will say that. To be on the other side was, like, so more expensive, and I was just like, Alex was like, do you care? I was like, no, not at all. Like, we have a good view, it's fine. So anyway, it's been fun just kind of walking around and stuff, too. Like, we usually have so much stuff that we do that we don't just, like, walk around. Like, last night walking back, we walked past in front of the Bellagio and it was like dead. In 2 hours, it went from being completely packed. Alex is like, what happened? I go, well, the fountains are over because it's past midnight. He's like, yeah, but there was like nobody out here on the street. I mean, there were literally like from one side of the Bellagio to the other, I bet we probably passed 30 people, maybe. Some of them walking, some of them standing. There was like nobody. I was kind of surprised. So this guy at the pool today that brought his friend that's 40th birthday and going through divorce, he was like asking Alex for connections to clubs, to go to clubs and stuff like that tonight. Alex is like, well, I have connections, but I don't have connections like that. Like, I can get you a table at a club. We don't have connections like that. I mean, maybe for us, but not for some random stranger that we met in the pool. It's been a really nice trip. It's been really fun. I feel like I could literally walk into that room and just pass out. I'm so like, I just feel so calm and peaceful right now. All right, well, I'm gonna get off here now. So thank you guys for hanging out with me, and thanks for watching the vacation vlogs. I really, really appreciate it. And I feel like there was something else I wanted to tell you about yesterday. I don't know, I'll remember it. Maybe I'll tell you guys tomorrow. Anyway, because tomorrow's our anniversary. Tomorrow will probably be a shorter one, unless we come up here. We have no plans for tomorrow yet, like for dinner or anything like that. Alex keeps on asking if like we want to do a buffet, and I told him, I said, we've like done really nice things while we've been down here. We have like this really nice dinner tonight. We went and saw a show last night. I was like, if you want to just like come back from the pool, go to a buffet, take a nap, and then just like walk around tomorrow night, I'm totally down to do that. He's like, you don't want to go somewhere for dinner, for an anniversary dinner? He really wanted to go to this new Mexican restaurant that's at the Aria, but the reservations are at like 4 or like 11:30, and so I was like, I don't want to eat that late on our anniversary, and plus I've been like, I didn't eat anything at the pool today, so I'm gonna be hungry by the time that we go eat tonight. So we don't know what we're doing tomorrow, but we are gonna lay out by the pool and stuff like that, obviously. Alex was like, do you want to get a bed at the pool? I was like, we can, or I mean, I don't know why we would want to spend the money on it. He was like, but then we'd be closer to the pool, and I was like, I mean, that's fine if you want to do it, but I mean, sometimes those beds can be like $1,000 to $1,500. And I drank Diet Coke, and he got like 3 high noons, so that's not $1,500. I mean, because if you get a bed or a cabana, like all the food and drinks go like go into it. I think you have to spend like a minimum of like 150 or something, so we'd have to get a bunch of food, and then I wouldn't be hungry. That's part of why I didn't eat today, because I was like, we're going to this nice dinner tonight, so I don't want to be like super full for dinner tonight, which is why I can't buy those snacks downstairs. Anyway, which is so weird, because every time we go on vacation, like at the airport, I always buy like a bunch of candy and chips and stuff like that. And so for the whole vacation, I just like eat it in the hotel room. Well, I didn't get any on the flight out here, because I was like, okay, I want to, when we get, get to the pool, get stuff, whatever, like chips and salsa and guac, we usually always get. And so, and he gets fries. And so, and sometimes I'll have a couple fries, but usually I don't. But anyway, the other day I did that. The fries were good at the pool. But I was like, oh, I wanted to get this hummus platter that they have. Is it going out? But somebody else, do you see like the sun's going over here now? You can start seeing it come in. But I saw these people at the pool that had it, like in this bed right by the stairs. It didn't even look that good. So I was like, thank God I didn't get that. But I'm craving hummus. I'm craving the weirdest foods down here. But anyway, what was I gonna say? I was telling something and now I can't remember what it was. About the hummus, Diet Cokes at the pool, chips and salsa. I don't know. But anyway, I'm gonna be so starving by the time that we go to dinner. Oh, that's what I was talking about, the snacks in the room. So I have no snacks in the room. I mean, the mini bar over there that has like Pringles and the smallest can of Pringles, it's probably, $22 and whatever. I'm not someone to break in a mini bar. I'm not gonna say I haven't ever, like late at night when I'm really hungry and I'm like, F it, I'll pay $20 for this bag of M&Ms. But like, I always feel so pissed about it the next day. Like, this is so stupid. You could have walked like downstairs and gotten something, But I won't say that I have never done that before. But I haven't on this trip. I've been good. But the other night, I don't know what night it was. It was like 2 o'clock in the morning. I was so hungry. I was like, God, I wish we had some snacks. So we have no snacks in the room. We usually go to like CVS or something when we like first get to Vegas and we get a bunch of stuff, but we didn't do that this time. So anyway, all right, well, I'm gonna get off here now. I just keep on, this is my bad battery too, because I'm at like 47, almost 48 minutes and it's at the halfway mark, which I'll never remember this is the bad battery because I brought like I brought all my batteries. I guess I must have thought I was gonna film a bunch while I was here or something. I always come over prepared, but I will say this, okay? As of tonight, with my black shoes, I have worn every pair I bought. No, that's not true. The Gucci slides I haven't worn yet. But I've worn, so those are the only ones I haven't worn. I've worn I brought 4 pairs of sunglasses. I've worn those. And I've worn, like, all my swimsuits. I've, like, done really good on, like, my packing. Because I usually bring all this stuff and then I don't wear it. And I was like, if I bring it, I'm going to wear it this time. So, and lounging, I keep on wearing this Jimi Hendrix and Whitney Houston. And they're my most comfortable t-shirts. I love them so much. This is the one that's supposed to be cropped, and it's like, look how baggy it is. It's cropped like if you call cropped like, I mean, for me, I think I got it. It's way too big on me. See, you can like fold it over. So no, it's not cropped. It hangs like to my mid-thigh. Anyway, I hope that you guys are having a magically amazing Saturday and a fantastic weekend. Thank you guys for hanging out with me for the vacation vlogs and for our anniversary. Happy birthday, Cousin Caroline. I love you so much. She's having so much fun. She went to a drag brunch in Chicago today with all of her girlfriends. And then they went to the beach. She was like sending me pictures. She was like, oh my God, the drag brunch was so fun. And I like looked on the calendar, and Chanel DeMarco is there next week, who is like a former Miss Continental. I love her so much. She's gorgeous. I think she's from Miami. But anyway, Caroline, like, they went to the beach, and I put in my Instagram, I said, you're forever my Delta Dawn, because one of my strongest memories of Caroline was when I was probably like 4 or 5, so she would have been like 6 or 7, and one of her close friends that lives in her neighborhood now, she and her brother lived right next door to Caroline when she was growing up. And so this one memory I have was like Easter. We were all dressed up, and the 4 of us were sitting out in the yard, and we were singing, Delta Dawn, what's that flower you have on? Could it be a faded rose from days gone by? Oh, did I hear you say? So that song always reminds me, and I love Tanya Tucker. That song always, did you guys ever watch a reality show of Tanya Tucker? But I love that show, or that song, and it always reminds me of, what's the song that I love by her? Something Sleeping. Sleepwalking. Oh my God, I love that. I gotta get off here. So anyway, I love you guys so much, and I will see you tomorrow. Bye. Love you. Happy birthday, Lena.